morning and happy Sunday. I decided just to vlog getting ready this morning, not do a whole Sunday morning get ready with me because I don't really have time to do that. Even though I kind of do, I don't want to. Anyway, I need to get ready because it's Sunday morning. I had a very cozy evening. I've got face cream in my eyeball. So we just had a really cozy early morning of a thunderstorm, hymns playing, Bible study. I've actually meal prepped food for tomorrow, which I didn't film doing, but I did that, and had some dinner. Talked to my husband for 2.5 hours. We had a just good chat, and yeah, that's what I've been doing. And now it's just time to get ready. I've just got my hair kind of refreshed. There's a couple little damp patches still, but I had to kind of rejudge it because it was a mess, and it's probably gonna get even worse with the rain outside, but here we are, and it's time to get started. So I am gonna use this new little thing. This is not new, but it's new to me. I got it on Clarins. This is from Revlon Color Stay Brow Creator. I kind of like this thing. It's weird, but I like it. So you have a normal brow twist up here, just not quite. It's a micro brow. It's not the skinniest one in the world, but it's very small. And you got a spoolie on this end. And when you untwist this part, you've got this little weird thing with brow powder on it. This shockingly works really well for my brows, and the shade is so perfect for me. It's a little messy. I do have to kind of clean up afterwards, but I like the results. So it's kind of worth it. Just keep me a little Q-tip on hand to clean up with, but I think it's doing a pretty good job for me. So I'm gonna take it backwards, really lightly, barely touching the skin through my brows to deposit the powder. My last vlog, I actually didn't talk that much in it because I just didn't feel like talking. I had a lot going on. My brain was mush, is the best way to describe it. As far as the lot going on, a lot of dental problems. So many dental things. It started with an infection that required an extremely painful root canal. Like, I think my worst root canal experience I've ever had. Usually, to me, root canals are nothing. This one, because the roots were so deep, it was my very back molar. Oh my gosh. I was miserable. The endodontist he warned me before I left. He offered me extra numbing for one thing, which he never does. He is very skittish about giving me numbing because of my heart rate gets kind of elevated and stuff. So he's usually pretty skittish. And he's not one to give you pain meds. He gave me like full-on pain meds. He usually tells you to go home and take a Tylenol or like take some Aleve. Like, he is not one to be like, oh yeah, here you go. And because of the infection, I'd taken so much Toradol. Because of that, my stomach was just not having it, which it's anti-inflammatory. So I was like, I can't take anymore. I'm gonna get an ulcer. I've not had so much pain after a procedure like that to where I really like took the medicine and needed it. And I just sat there in my recliner, just zoned out, watching Downton Abbey and stitching. That's all I could manage. Somehow my embroidery was decent, but that was it. That was all I had in me, was to do embroidery and watch Downton Abbey. Comfort show, comfort activity. I had Lazarus and pumpkin with me, soft food, yeah. And before that, I had a crown elongation done. In the meantime, that was also super painful, the healing from that. crown elongations suck. And this one, she had to go in there and work on the bone apparently because it was wonky. Because on the way to Houston, I had a tooth break that was supposed to get prepped that day for a crown. It was just a heavy root canal, and I was in the process, and I had to reschedule because we had to go to Houston, right? Anyway, it cracks, and apparently cracked up into the bone. I was like, well, that's why it kind of felt weird considering I had a root canal. It shouldn't have felt funny, but it sure did. So she had to work a little bit in there and do some reshaping, fixing, and like she had to basically kind of rebuild some stuff. I think I was there about 4 hours in that chair. Like she had to numb me so many times, renumb me. It was miserable. So finally, I have got my crown, which thank goodness, and all that is healed up, and I don't have to go back to the dentist for another month. Almost. Like, thank goodness, I'm getting a little break. Because look, I was about done. I couldn't focus. It was rough. It was real rough. All right, now we're taking the pencil side, or yeah, twist up pencil. And I'm just gonna kind of do some little strokes, fill in the rest. That's why the last vlog was pretty quiet. It hurt to talk, for one thing. And I wasn't, like, I had stuff that I just kind of wanted to get done and just needed to kind of focus also. So a lot of, like, the quiet stuff, like packing and all that, I had to use my brain to get done. And just need to kind of concentrate on it, but I also, like, wanted to vlog it while I was at it. The retreat, which I'm going to do a whole video talking about that. That's going to be our next Sunday morning Get Ready With Me. The retreat was one of the best experiences I've ever had. Like, just amazing. I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to do it again. And I am going on another little convention retreat thingy at the end of April. It's a regional event with our missionary league, women in mission thing. So I got that coming up. But that's really fun. I love doing that kind of stuff. And it's about 3 hours south of here where I'm going to be going. So that's exciting, and I'm going to carpool with some of the ladies from church, and yeah, we're just going to have a nice little weekend together. I'm going as a delegate. That means I get to vote on things, which I dreamed about going, and in my dream, I didn't actually go to any meetings. And I was like, hey, we're not supposed to go to meetings. But also in there, that last vlog, I got a cold that time of the month. Like, I was going through it and just exhausted. Here we are. We made it. And it is now March. February was gone in no time. Because, yeah, some of my February was ate up with pain. Dental pain. And the rest of February, I'm like, where did it go? I feel like it was Ash Wednesday before I even knew it, and then Lent. And it's like, I felt like it was just Epiphany. Why is time going so quickly? We're already in the 3rd week of Lent. Anywho, I think this thing's great. I love it. I really like it. It's kind of been my go-to recently, just until that runs out. I'll go back to my brow mousse and the L'Oreal pen, but I'm enjoying that little thing. I also got a Build-A-Brow on clearance. It's somewhere. Foundation on. I'm testing still. We're still in testing with the Lifter foundation. It's a very, like, oddly thick foundation. It's not, I just don't expect it to be thick, but it is. Okay, I washed all my foundation brushes, so I was productive. But I feel like this past month was just constant go and do and busy, and just also, like, really tired in there too, of just kind of, I wouldn't say burnt out, but just tired. Like, I needed a break from everything for a minute. Not everything, but I just need a little break from, I guess, sitting here talking. I don't know. It felt like I just couldn't get back into the swing of things. Like, I was just off. But March is starting out better. I feel a little bit more on it. If I could only get my sleep schedule right, then we might really be in business. But yeah, until the end of March, I don't think I have like a ton to do. Just my normal stuff, so that's kind of a nice little break. And then into March, I have like an appointment with a sleep doctor and an appointment with a rheumatologist for autoimmune stuff. So we'll see how that goes. I have been cooking a lot more lately. Like nothing complicated, just at home stuff, but it's been nice to do that. I'm having Downton Abbey withdrawals. I finished it, watched all 3 movies, and now I'm like, what am I supposed to do with my life now? So I'm watching a show called The Paradise on Prime. It's a little cutesier, you know, it's not as serious or deep or anything, but it's okay. It's about a department store in not like a Industrial Revolution time. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of the Skin Enhancer CoverGirl contour stick and a little bit of this on. Right, and I got a new little camo blush from e.l.f. This is on Clarins. This is the shade called Copper Etiquette, but it looks more terracotta. It looks pretty. I think this color is going to look nice. So yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of this on and see how it goes before concealer in case it's bad. And I need to correct things. But that looks like a really nice shade. I'm going to put a little bit in my hand here. We'll work off of that. Because these are pretty pigmented. That looks nice. I like that shade. So hopefully it looks that good on the face. I don't know if I'd call this copper. Yeah, that's a good color. Don't let the name trick you. Copper Etiquette. It just seems like an odd shade name. There must be a slight sheen in there. Very vague. You can barely see it. That's just a really nice kind of peachy, soft peachy, muted peach type of color. I applied more on one side than the other. Even that out. It's a pretty unique color. Just take my foundation brush. Okay, let's do a little bit of the lifter concealer. It's my silly little cat, Lazarus. I got up to use the bathroom the other morning, like mid-morning. My husband's working nights, so we're asleep. And he didn't rush out to come to the bathroom. He usually is like right there in the bathroom. No matter how sleepy he is, he's in there with me. You should see his, like, the decision making when me and my husband both go to different bathrooms. He goes with my husband though. Dad. He's gotta go with Dad. Anyway, he didn't come running out. I was like, okay, he must be asleep somewhere. And I lay back down and I hear this scratching, just scratching noise. What is that? So he's come from inside something. What the heck? Is he stuck somewhere? It's coming from my husband's side. I go over there. I don't know where I can't see him anywhere, but I hear scratching. And then I see a sock that's sticking out of a drawer, and the sock wiggled a little bit. And I open the drawer, and there he is. I'm like, how long have you been in this drawer, and how did you get in it? He's just, like, kind of discovered he can get in drawers, and I usually have my sock drawers usually open, and he gets in it and lays down. But, yeah, he goofed on that one. And it was just so funny. He was just like, oh, hi. Hello. Help me. Goofy little cat. Spoiled little boy. I have to sit with him while he eats. He will not eat by himself. Like his wet food. His dry food, he'll go in there and eat. But the wet food, he wants me to sit next to him while he eats that. And keep him company. And sometimes he wants me to feed him with a fork. And we now have hairbrush battles. When I'm trying to brush my hair, there's a foot doing this because he wants his hair to be brushed. He loves getting brushed. like loves it. And it doesn't matter if it's my hairbrush or anyone else's. He's like, it's time, brush me. And he starts purring and rolling around. He loves it so much. He's gotten so affectionate and like kind of cuddly now. It's been really nice. And he's so funny. He sleeps with his little tongue sticking out. His little teeths. He is the baby. Alright, powder. We'll do NYX. Can't Stop. Nope. NYX Wonder Snatch. He's gotten so big. He is growing so fast. Little chunker. But he sits in my lap while I'm doing my embroidery. And reaches up and, tries to grab thread. And I have my scissors on a lanyard. So he tries to steal my lanyard all the time. And then he chases his tail and falls asleep. Which is really cute. And him and Bumpkin were actually sharing a bed yesterday and this morning. A little bit. I put 2 beds together so that they could share. Because they're not going to sleep touching. But they will sleep next to each other. But just to get in the... Like, how did he even get in there? Is my question. I don't know. And he gets the crazy zoomies. They're a little less insane as they were in Constant. Like, he's finally kind of chilling out a bit. But as soon as my husband gets home for work, it's like, oh, crazy time. He has to get, like, amped up ahead of time. I'm surprised he's not running around right now. I heard him while ago. Yeah, about this time, about 5 a.m., it's crazy time. He is zooming. He is trying to get into stuff. Chatting. Does all wow stuff. He does that when he's ready for me to get up. He comes and talks to me. Like, come on, it's time to get up out of bed. I want company. Get up and play with me. But mostly he's just... Him and Pumpkin are just right behind me everywhere I go now. My little shadows. This is a very nice setting powder, by the way. It's very pretty. And this foundation's... It needs to be set. Do a little eyeshadow. I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Sculpt Texture Tone Soft. Which is this one. And I'm going to use this row right here. And maybe a little bit in this one. But mostly just this row. And that cream color. Actually, I was pointing to the wrong row. Sorry. We're going to use this row. Right here. And maybe a little bit out of this one. And then we go down to that middle shade. Bring that through the socket. Give a little lift. And then we'll go down to the darkest shade in that row. And the outer corner. And I'm just going to build up a little bit more of that. And I'm going to take that same color on the lower lash line. Right, inner part. I'm taking that cream again. Cream color. Just kind of building that up. Just brightening the eye. Okay. Very simple. Very simple today. And jump over to a little bit of brown liner. I'm going to use that little Sculpt stick thing from Maybelline. A little definition of the lashes with this. Do a little bit e.l.f. brow lamination gel. I'm going to let that dry. And I'll fill in maybe a couple of gaps with my brow pen. And we'll see. It's a little bit of the Milani Baked Blood. The Milani Baked Bronzer. There's the word bronzer. In a mauvey glow. So pretty. Very pigmented. So I have to use a light hand with these. And we'll do a little bit of the highlighter and Dolce Perla. I'm going to take a little bit of that on the inner corner. Mascara, I'm going to do the L'Oreal Extensionist Mascara. And have this in the brown shade. I think for a little extra blush, I want to do some of this. This is Rose d'Oro from Milani. Just a little Just a little kiss of it. And I'm going to take a little bit of this highlighter from them, Champagne Dioro, and put a little bit on the lids. Yeah, shush the hair, and we'll be back for lips. Alright, and lip, it's going to be e.l.f. lip liner, Cream Glide lip liner in Truth or Bear, paired up with a CoverGirl lipstick, one of these. I don't know what they're called. One of these in the shade Dreamy Pink, which is not really pink. It's more of a warm color. More peachy than pink. Good color. Good color. Okay, I think this can be all done. I'm going to take just a little bit more of the blush. And what I'm going to do is take some of it just here. Sometimes I just think it makes a little finishing touch that just... Okay, and here's today's makeup and crazy hair. Crazy fun hair, so yeah, something nice, soft, and easy. And let's go to church. It's Sunday, we church. Good morning. It's still morning technically. I need to get ready because I have a doctor's appointment today with my rheumatologist for the first time. Like, new patient appointment. I have no expectations at this point going in. I'm just like, you know what? We're just clean slate. I have no preconceived notions. I've never been to a rheumatologist. I'm just gonna go with the flow here and just chill and pray for his good discernment and wisdom that he will know what to do. That's what we're doing today. I'm also going to be taking an Uber. I don't do that, take Ubers by myself very often. Ever, actually. I've take Uber with someone or whatever. It's not a big thing here, but yeah, like everyone is busy today. My dad's he's just got out of surgery this morning for a second biopsy on his lung. They had to go through his ribs this time to get a better sample. So he's currently in recovery at the hospital. So I think we're going to have a little overlap there where I'm going to go check in with him and then go up to my appointment. Because my appointment's not until this afternoon, but I'm going to go ahead and Uber down there a little bit early. Give myself some time because I move very slowly. And, got to tote my cane and all the things. And they told me to get there early anyway because, new appointment or new patient thing. It's also like super cold today, but I just got out of the bath. Hair is just, it's just air drying. I don't even care. I don't care what it's doing today. The last thing I want to hear is a blow dryer today. I don't know. Do you ever have those days where the last thing you want to hear is a blow dryer? I have that thing with the sounds. Is it not mesothelioma? That's a lung disease. Something sounds like that. But you don't like the sound of things. They irritate you. Sometimes hair dryers get under my skin, and I can't. I've already had to hear a lawnmower this morning, so I'm kind of already done with noise. So I just want some quiet, and I just thought I could sit here and hang out, and I could chat with you guys while I get ready. I did, just have a nice chill morning with my Bible study, then a hot bath, and breakfast, and, having some more second cup of coffee. Apparently my app told me I slept really well, so that's cool. Anyway, I thought we could talk about some of the new stuff that I have also gotten recently between shopping, a little bit of PR, but mostly me just going nuts in some clearance sections at Walmart. Look, they had makeup on clearance for $1. Like, good stuff for $1. I found this weird little corner in the makeup section in the one Walmart that I never go to, but I went to it because they were the only ones that had the pots and pans that I wanted in stock, and I just wanted to go grab them. And this one's got like a whole new makeup section. This store is so weird. Like this one, it's very hodgepodge, and so you could tell they've like rearranged it recently, and it's just kind of a weird layout now. It's not the normal Walmart layout. So the makeup is directly when you walk in. They've built like this whole like box, and it's right front doors. They have gates you have to like go through now. They'll like kind of make you stop for a minute. It was really an odd experience. But anyway, so I was walking around the makeup. Half the things were open, like they didn't even have them locked, which was, I'm not going to complain, but all the ones that I would like want to get into were locked, of course. But just like the tools and skincare stuff were all unlocked. Anyway, there's like this one random corner of shelves that like nothing matched up, and it had like this kind of odd like makeshift little shelf in it. It was like just filling in this gap, and on that was nothing but clearance, and it was like fully overflowing with baskets and baskets of makeup, and it was fairly organized, and it was all, the stickers said $1 on them. So almost everything over there was $1. So like when it rung up, it was $1. I went nuts. I've already hit up the clearance at the neighborhood market by my house, which had a really impressive amount of clearance makeup that clearly came from a different store because it's not stuff that they stock. And then what we call the bougie Walmart, which is one over like on the fancy side of town, I hit that clearance rack up already too. So I have like a basket full of stuff, y'all. They had so much good stuff. And it's not like, some of it's not even old, like it's fairly new releases. I guess they're just clearing old stock because it's stuff that's still for sale. And if you go look on the display, it's regular priced. It's kind of odd. But anyway, I gotta show you all that. But first, I've gotten some skincare in PR recently that I wanted to tell you about. And I guess we can go ahead and put some on. Now, this isn't my current skincare routine because right now I'm trying to use up a few things before I really get into this stuff. I've used this enough to test it, talk about it, and demo it and all of that, like, don't want to do with it. But I'm trying to work through some other skincare first because I'm just need to use that up before it goes bad. And then I'm going to get into this new stuff, which I'm very excited to get my little fingers into. Currently, like my normal skincare right now is during the day, if I'm doing makeup, it's Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Face Base, which I'm so close to using up. And then on like just the day-to-day is the Neutrogena Hydra Boost. And then my serums that I'm currently working through are the Ordinary ones here for daytime. My nighttime skincare is a whole nother ballgame. I'm doing the niacinamide and zinc And then I have the multi antioxidant radiance serum, which I think is like a vitamin C. Well, no wonder my skin's been kind of breaking out. I thought this was a hyaluronic acid. It's niacinamide. I've been wondering why my skin was not happy with me. I don't agree with niacinamides very well. And I thought this was a hyaluronic acid because I didn't read the label very well. But speaking of serums, Dermalogica had sent me this one to test out. So I had been using this one for about a month and then went back to these two. But this is the Dermalogica Phyto Nature. This is a regenerating daily leave-on, which I guess I could probably use this in conjunction with my serums now. Regenerative exosome. No idea if I'm saying that right. An enzyme formula resurfaces to accelerate cellular renewal. My goodness, cellular renewal, supporting the skin's natural surface renewal process diminished by aging. So I guess I can use this in conjunction with my other serums. I don't know why I was thinking, okay, this one had to be separate, but that's just my little weird logic. So we'll go ahead and put some of this on too, because why not? I might move this one towards nighttime, to my nighttime routine, because I'm almost done with my night serum, and I have like one other night serum. This is just a clear liquid. It's not watery, but it's very thin. Like, it's more, but it has a little bit of a thickness to it. But I think you're supposed to apply this kind of as a first step, so we'll do that. And it says to allow to absorb, then you can go on with the rest of your skincare routine. So I'm gonna just go ahead and continue to incorporate this into the skincare routine. And look what a big bottle this is. Like, I feel like there's a lot of product. 3.4 fluid ounces. And that soaks in very fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my niacinamide now. My skin's been a little more irritated lately. I wonder if it's the niacinamide. I've just noticed I've gotten a little more like surface breakouts and kind of irritation going on. And sometimes niacinamide can exacerbate that. So I don't know if that might be the culprit, or if it's just seasonal weather changing, because it's gone from hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold here. And it's also spring, and allergies are like doing me in. Right now I'm taking the multi antioxidant, which I think is like the vitamin C type serum. But between the weather changing, like needing to have the AC on, then the heat on, AC on, then the heat on, and seasonal allergies, I have been itching really bad and like kind of breaking out. Itching so bad. I mean, and Claritin knocks it out, or Zyrtec, but it's just annoying. So annoying. Anyway, also from Dermalogica, they sent a Phyto Nature Lifting Eye Cream. This is a firming and lifting eye treatment. This is similar to the City Beauty lifting treatment, except this one I think is a little more hardcore. Like, this gives some instant lift and kind of smoothing. Like, this really blurs the lids nicely. This I feel is a little bit thicker and even more immediate cosmetic effect and over time. So it's pretty nice. I'm liking it. And then I also have this one from Clarins, which is the Total Eye Lift. This is a retinol-like technology. Lift replenishing eye concentrate. I'm sort of trying to read the French. It's also refillable. That's pretty cool. And so it looks like this one's more like a traditional eye cream. It's just very thin, moisturizing type formula. What it's like is, it's just it's a very traditional kind of eye cream texture. It's very thin and lightweight and hydrating. So it's very cosmetically, I think, graceful. So it does work well for daytime because it's not too heavy. It's not going to make your under eyes feel greasy or anything like that. So it is quite a nice eye cream. So I think, I might keep that one for daytime. Look, I'm so back and forth on what I want my skincare routine to be right now because we're in that transitional season. And I think I'll move my Shiseido Benefiance eye cream tonight because it's a very heavy, hydrating eye cream. But yeah, the Dermalogica one, let's put a little bit of this on so I can just show you what it's like. Like, it's a thick, like, feels like a primer almost. Like, it's thick. And it smooths on, and it says to kind of do a lifting motion with it. And I feel like it, like, smooths your skin and kind of really does do an immediate cosmetic effect on the eyelid. It's kind of that tightened, lifted look. And I feel like I can feel it. So this one is really nice. And I think I might like it a little bit better than the City Beauty one, just because of the, I feel like it has a more immediate effect, and it has, I think, a little bit more skincare in it. A little bit more of a long-term benefit. So it's going to get worked into the routine after I finish up the City Beauty one, which I think, I swear, it's like the Milani Eye Primer. It just never ends. Same with this Shiseido Benefiance, like that. It just never ends. Clarins also sent me this like duo here. This is the Extra Firming Energy and Extra Firming Night creams. The night one is in my bathroom. But yeah, we have the day one here, which has a really lovely fragrance. And this is a really nice one because it's lightweight. It's still rich, but very lightweight. Like, it soaks into the skin really well. So it doesn't leave any residue that would interfere with your makeup. It's very cosmetically graceful in that respect. And why is everything in French? French is not my language at all. I am terrible at French. Pronouncing it. Like, I can kind of read it and figure out what is going on, but pronunciation, I'm not great at pronouncing my German either, but I'm better at it. The Energy, Extra Firming Energy is a radiance boosting wrinkle smoothing cream. Yeah, it does kind of smooth things out. It has a very cosmetic primer feel. It's one of those great daytime creams, like kind of like the Lawless Forget the Filler face cream, Bobbi Brown. The Vitamin Face Base has that quality to it. The Shiseido Uplifting Cream, my holy grail favorite. Very similar to it. And then the night one is a wrinkle smoothing revitalizing night cream. And these are made for all skin types. So I'm going to have claims on the screen just so you can kind of read through them. But so far, I'm really enjoying them. They're very nice. They are quite fragranced. Clarins stuff is pretty heavily fragranced. And it is such a pretty fragrance. I love it so much. The fragrance from it and the Shiseido stuff makes me very happy because it's a heavenly fragrance to me. It's just so good. So the Energy one looks like this. It is almost like a pudding type texture. Very interesting. It's pudding-like. And yeah, I find it to be very effectively hydrating and does all the things that I want a day cream to do without being heavy at the same time and really working into the skin. Like, it's a very smooth feeling. So this is right up there with my Shiseido one that I love so much. There hasn't been too much skincare from Clarins that I've tried that I've disliked. I've enjoyed almost everything from them. Or have enjoyed everything from them. There's the only thing like I didn't use a ton that I had from them was a tanning like drops stuff. I think I ended up giving that to a friend just because I don't really mess with that kind of stuff too often. I start out like really into it and then I lose interest pretty quickly because I'm like, ugh, I gotta like keep up with their whole body, make things match. I don't have time for all that. I just don't care enough to do all that. I'll put my little headband on. My hair's getting on my nerves. Okay. Anyway, so that's some new skincare that I've been messing with, testing, trying, and yeah. Looking forward to finishing up some of my older skincare so I can really dive into the new stuff, and because I hate opening something and then having other stuff opened. I need to use up things fully before I feel like I can enjoy something new. So moving along, brows. So I picked up this NYX 0 to brow gel. I don't love this. There's a reason this was on clearance. I think I paid like a discounted price for it because it was on clearance. I can't remember how much because I pulled the sticker off. But it's like this. It's like something you like paint on and kind of paint it into your brows and blend it out. It's like a liquidy version of a pomade. And I don't think that method is really for me. It's just, I don't know. I didn't love it. I didn't love the look it gave my brows. It was just, it's very heavy. So this, I'm probably going to end up passing along and putting this into my declutter basket, but it was fun to try out. And yeah, it just, I can tell you right now, that one's, I'm not a fan. And then, but from NYX, I also picked up these little guys. These are the NYX powder, louder, whatever. This is a re-promote of a product they used to have that had a different name that was very similar to a MAC brow product. And I loved it back when these originally came out. They had a different look and they just kind of relaunched them. I think last year before last. Anywho, I got initially, I think the shade, soft brown. And I think it was just a little bit too light with my hair. And so I picked up deep brown because they are $1. These are currently $1 at Walmart. In my Walmart anyway. So I went ahead and picked up a deeper shade. And yeah, loving it. Very happy to have that in my brow rotation because it's a really nice brow pencil. It's very soft, very powdery, blendable. Just a pleasant product to work with. It's not a micro pencil. It's not one of those that's going to go and do hair-like strokes. These work like almost like filling in with a powder. They're very soft. They have a very unique texture. And I like them. I got a Build-A-Brow. I think I paid the $5 for this one. I love the Build-A-Brow from Maybelline and they had them on clearance. So I had to grab one of these because yes. I adore the Build-A-Brow. So when I use up my L'Oreal brow pen, we're going to be cracking into that. And this is really interesting. This is from Revlon. And I am really enjoying this one. This is their brow creator. Okay, so it's a 2-in-1 situation. I'm big fan. And I think this looks really pretty in the eyebrows. So I don't know which one I want to demo today. Just for the sake of ease and speed, we'll use the NYX one. But I am very much loving that from Revlon. I like the cap on these. That's really nice. And these are decent sized. Is this the right shade? Deep brown, yes. And the way I like to apply these, I like to go backwards with a very light hand through the brow. And then when I get to the tail, I go back this way and just follow my natural brow shape. And then I take the spoolie end and just can soften that up. And it gives just a really, really pretty natural brow. Very soft, very easy to work with, and adjustable product. I mean, when I'm talking about this being a re-promote of an older product, I'm talking like close to 10 years ago. It was a brow product that they had, and they brought it back in just kind of a new look. It's very buildable. But you see how it's kind of a soft look to it. They're not harsh pencils. They really do look like brow powder. It's just easier way of applying it. Now moving on to Complexion. I did, get the Maybelline Lifter foundation, which I think I've talked about with you guys. That's the only new foundation that I have picked up recently. But as far as complexion stuff goes, I did get these Makeup Revolution Beauty Highlight Glow Drops in Stardew Glow. These have squalane, hyaluronic acid, grapeseed oil. This was $1 at Walmart on clearance. They had all the little different ones and shades. So I went with this one because I feel like that would be what would work on me. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on the high points today. I think it is a very pretty product. I cannot squeeze this with one hand. My goodness. That is so hard to squeeze. But I think these give a pretty glow. Like it's kind of a floss filter-esque product, but a little bit different. It's not quite. It's more of a highlighter, liquid highlighter. So I'm going to kind of keep it focused on the high points and not really the whole face, because I did do that the other day and I was a little too glowy. But I think these would be really nice for like mixing in your foundation if you wanted to make one glowy. But I think these are quite nice. They're very hydrating feeling in a good way, but they don't leave like a texture on the skin or anything. And you can definitely build that up. But yeah, I think these are quite pretty. I don't think that's translating on camera very well, but they're nice. I was surprised to see those on the clearance rack. Also from Revolution, my favorite concealer. I was very excited to see this for $1. This is the IRL Filter Finish Concealer in my shade. What are the odds? So I definitely had to grab that because this is one of my favorite concealers. And then an oldie but a goodie, another one that I'm revisiting, Can't Stop Won't Stop from NYX. Also on clearance, also in my shade. What are the odds? I was so excited. I almost never find my shade of complexion products on clearance. So I was just like, yes, yes. So these are really great long wear options. And I'm a fan. I have loved the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer for, oh my goodness, years since it came out. And it was like one of the first really big shade ranges for concealer that had something that was actually like too light for me. And I was very excited about that. So I have got the shade, what are we here? Pale, which is getting close to being too light for me, but it works with the whole face. I just have a very red face, so everything looks kind of, when I hold it up like that, it's like, whoa. Yeah. But, yeah, and then I got C3 in this one, so heck yeah. Very excited about that. And I also bought the e.l.f. the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Concealer. And I got this one in the shade Fair Neutral. This is beautiful. This is really good. A 10 out of 10. e.l.f. You did some awesome there. But I don't have any new foundation outside the lifter one, which I've been using a lot lately. So I'm just going to use my Wet n Wild Niacinamide Skin Tint today, because it's a really pretty one. And yeah, we'll do some of the e.l.f. Soft Glam with it, just to play with it, because that's one I'm testing. And I'm just going to do a little light layer of foundation. Nothing heavy. Yeah, I woke up with a nosebleed this morning, feeling all like a dried husk because it got cold again. Yet an oily dry husk. How is that possible? I don't know. But that's how I feel. I have been so bad at vlogging lately. I don't know what has gotten into me or has gotten out of me. It's something. I've just been terrible at vlogging. Like I used to like be really on this. And I don't know, I'm just like sometimes I guess you just need a break from creating content and just living in the moment kind of thing. But it's not like it takes away from that too much. It's just I think kind of a little bit lazy with setting up the camera and just wanting to get something done and not wanting to fool with making sure it's in frame or something. Because it's more just I need to get things done and it's not for funsies kind of stuff. It's more like I gotta do something. Like I have to just, it's not where I have like time to play. Like I need to get it done. Like yesterday though, I cleaned the kitchen yesterday, like decluttered, put away my new pots and pans, got rid of old ones, organized my drawers, kinda. I want to get some organizers so that we could vlog and like actually like clean the drawers out. But I got rid of like old stuff and kind of rearranged a little bit. Things that are like falling apart. Did I vlog any of that? No. Could I've? Yeah. But did I? No, because it meant I had to put on real clothes for one thing, and I just and my hair was a mess, and I just wanted to get the job done. All right, e.l.f. concealer, like, because there's just days where you're just like, I don't want to put a bra on. I don't want to put on something presentable. I just want to look like Adam Sandler and get this done while I'm in the mood to do it and not make it a production. And yeah, that's how I was feeling yesterday. And I like cooked dinner afterwards. And I was doing this with a thrown out hip, mind you. I threw my hip out 2 weeks ago. I have only made it to like one church service because of this hip. I've missed Lent service. I missed Sunday service. Not happy with that. But the hip was really feeling like hot knives going through it. And then my husband threw his back out at the same time. So both of us in a real pickle here, physically. She's on the mend. He's back at work now, but just woof. So yeah, like I'm kind of in pain and I'm needing to get things done. And I just don't want to deal with the extra hassle, I guess, of camera, tripod, getting dressed. I needed to look like a little house troll and get my stuff done. Not that I get like super fixed up for vlogging or something. Like it was just, it was literally that I was in my PJs and hair in a crazy dirty bun, looking rough. And I was like, and I was gonna be like scooting around on the floor, getting in the cabinets. It would have been very stressful. I was already stressed. But that's where I've been lately, just with like everything. Just I'm already kind of stressed out and aggravated. I just need to get it done. It's mostly just because I'm like, my back hurts or something. I'm feeling nothing makes me more irritable and flustered and grumpy than back pain. Like, it brings out the worst in me, and I hate that. But it makes me just so inwardly aggravated because I'm mad at myself more than anything. I'm mad at the pain, and I want to be able to do things that I could do, 2 years ago and been fine. It's a whole thing. I'm working through it. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna put a little powder. This is the NYX Wonder Snatch. I did pick this up recently, and I do believe I have shown you this one in vlogs. Look, see, this is where my brain is. I don't even remember what I have talked to you about because that's how inconsistently I've been vlogging. I don't remember what I've said. But anyway, I'm gonna take a little bit of this under here. So, this is the fourth Wednesday in Lent. Supposed to go to church tonight, have dinner. But you know what I got email my husband got today? Your refrigerator is being delivered between 7 and 11 p.m. Someone has to be here for that. So, I think I'll be spending my evening sitting here waiting for a refrigerator. Cool. Awesome. I might just go and then get a ride home. So my husband will be here. But yeah, just someone has to be here to sign for it. That's it. What kind of time frame is that? 11 p.m.? Are you kidding me? My husband has to be able to go to work at 4 a.m. So hopefully it comes before then. And they have rescheduled this delivery, I think 4 times now. And the one day they don't reschedule it. It's a busy day. Anyway, okay, so that's what I got for complexion. Let's talk about some bronzer. I do need to show you the rest of the Milani collection of baked blush and bronzer and highlight. I do have that, but I have a handful of them in here right now that we can go ahead and use. I have 3 of them currently sitting in here, so I'm just going to use the bronzer. But here's a look at a couple of them. This is one of the highlighters and blushes. We've got Rose d'Oro and Dolce Perla. Dolce Perla, very pretty. And then we got Rose d'Oro and then Amalfi Glow. It's so funny. How many bronzers are named like Amalfi something? I know I have another one that is called Amalfi. But that's really pretty. We're going to use a little bit of that bronzer today. And I have other blushes and highlighter I want to show you. Just nice broad brush here. They did send me brushes too. Really pretty angled brush. I like it for the blush. I don't want to really use it for the bronzer. And then there's a highlighter brush someplace. And they also sent the little highlighter brush, which I think is actually, it's a great highlighter brush, but it's also really good to set your under eye with. Like, I might need a second one for that. Allocated for that. But when it comes to bronzer, I just want to do today a much more kind of a broad application. So, there we go. And these have a beautiful glow to them. The shades are so just luxurious. Like, they look like velvet. I want to just roll in them and just touch them. They're so pretty. The deepest shade is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Oh, here's another one of the highlighters. This one is Champagne Dioro, and it's more of a golden color. It's really pretty too. There's that. And I will show you tomorrow the rest of those shades. I'm testing them and kind of working on a review where I can kind of talk about them all. Alright, next, let's talk blush. I got 3 e.l.f. blushes. I think I paid $1 for at least one of these. They're like $2.50 for another one. They were all under $5. These are their liquid blushes, which are awesome. Beautiful formulation. The camo liquid blushes. So I have got the shades. What do you even say? Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can see that with my glasses. Oh, I don't know what that shade says. It either says orange or coral. One of the two. But I got this orangey color. Really fun. I got this one called like Copper. Yeah, Copper Etiquette. I can read that one. The font's different. Beautiful. Beautiful color actually. Odd name to call it copper, but then it is at the same time a very pinky copper, so it's quite pretty. And then this one, look, for the super pale girl out there, this shade is an absolute dream. This is the shade, oh no, this one's got the tiny font, Peach Effect, I think's what that says. This is the most pale subtle color. It is so pretty. I mean, it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous color. And then Wet n Wild, I got the one in Coral Dream in their liquid blush, because these are a wonderful formulation as well. So I love liquid blushes. I love blush, but these shades are just so pretty. So today, just because it is such a unique color, I'm going to go in with the peach one, Peach Effect, just so you can see how pretty it is. Because like I said, it is a very odd shade. Dabbing some on here. Isn't that pretty? It is the softest peach. It is one of the sweetest, softest peaches I've ever seen. What a unique shade range e.l.f. came out with. Like, they really do have some unique colors. And just, oh, that's so pretty. I love that. I got one of the e.l.f. Halo Glow highlighters. This one is Soft Pearl Era. This is their Halo Glow Silky Powder Highlighter. I think these are kind of supposed to be duping Rare Beauty. Does anyone else get that vibe? I do. These feel like a baked product. Very, very silky and smooth. Very pretty. So we're going to use a little bit of this today. But yeah, I look at these and I think, that's a Rare Beauty dupe. It looks like her highlighters. And look how pretty that is. And these had a lot. They had a lot of shades of these as well. That is so smooth and just a very seamless soft glow. I love that. That is so nice. So very nice. So these are gorgeous. Or at least that shade. I'm digging that. All I've got news for as eyeshadows go. So I'm going to just use a little bit of this one from LA Colors. This is the shade Classics, or Classics colorway. Isn't that pretty? It is so nice. And the quality of these is superior. Like, can't compete with anything. Anything at the drugstore. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the lightest peachy color. Just going to run a little bit of that through the socket. I'm not real concerned about having like a glam look today or anything. More just need to get out the door. But I wanted to have a moment to just sit down here and kind of get my brain together. Okay, there we go. Just something to give a little definition on the eyes, and then I'm going to take the shimmery shade on the end. This reminds me of one of those YSL quads, actually. Color-wise, obviously not packaging, but there's one that has very similar colors in it. Okay. And eyeliner, I actually got quite a few little eyeliners. Well, no, I got four. Quite a few. I got 4 eyeliners, all ranging from $5 down to $1. I got this gorgeous one here from L'Oreal, this stunning navy blue. Like, I'm not a big fan of blue, but something about this was just like, ooh, pretty. So this is called Blue Suede. It's so pretty. They have this in a forest green and burgundy. I'm gonna need it because that's gorgeous. I also got one of the Master Stroke ones from Master Precise from Maybelline in this really pretty dark teal, which I like that kind of color too. So yeah, I really like the shape of this ergonomic shape. But I think they discontinued all their fun colors, but you can still like find them on Amazon. But yeah, so a couple liquid liners. I got a backup of Burnt Sienna from NYX. Heck yeah, dude. This is one of my favorite eyeliners. Just can't get the lid off. But it's a Pillow Talk liner dupe. 100%. It's a beautiful dark burgundy. And then I got Emerald Lights from Tattoo Studio from Maybelline as well, which I don't... this one you can get on Amazon. Just a really pretty olive green liner. Which, oof, I love that kind of color. Maybe we'll take just a little bit of this today. That can just function as our eyeliner today. Nice, nice, nice. Why not? A little pop of olive. And mascara, I think I've told you about getting the caliray one. We got the Extensionist. I think I've shown the caliray Come Hell or High Water. Love this one. This is like, yeah, I get it. Holy Grail status. I actually ordered another one from Sephora because I liked it that much. I was like, yeah, that's a great mascara. It's that good. And I got a mini of the black one. So yeah. I think I've shown you Maybelline Body. I can't remember if I showed you the Extensionist yet. So we'll just put a little bit of this on. I got this in the brown shade. Oops, touched my cheek. But yeah, this has got a nice little wand. It really, I feel like it gets in there and catches the lashes well and brushes them. Gives a nice kind of curled effect. It's a pretty decent mascara. It can go spidery. It's a very kind of thick formula. Thick, wet formula. It reminds me a little bit of the Sky High formula. I think it does good on length and volume. But it's got like some pretty wild claims. Yeah, not bad. In lips, we've got so many things to talk about for lips. First, I got 2 NYX lip liners. This is from their matte suede range. What are these called? Yeah, suede matte lip liners. I love this formula from them. So I got the shade London, which I used to have the soft matte lip cream in London. And I got Cherry Skies, which is a really nice kind of red color. So yeah, these were $1, of course. I'm gonna get them. Because I can never have too many lip liners, apparently. And then, okay, I'm going to start with like the one-off lip things I got. They only got like one of. Because I went a little ham on the lippies. There was so many good ones. I have to like sort what we got here. I got one of these from L'Oreal for $1. This is I think this is Glow Plumping, but I can't tell really what that says, but this is one of their juicy, like, balmy formulas. And this is 120 Blush Fantasy. Very, very pretty color. And these feel so good on lips. Nice. I like that a lot. That is a really pretty product. It feels very luxe on the lips. So I got one of those. And then I got one of the Revlon glowy lip things. This is one of their shines. And I got Spiced Wine. Big fan. Beautiful shade. Like, beautiful shade. And from Maybelline, $2, I got one of their cream lipsticks. This is in On the Mauve. I think this has a bit of frost in there. I can't quite tell, but look at that. Look at that. Isn't that unique? Like, girl, that's gray. That's like a gray color. I love it. Very cool. I saw that and I was like, ooh, that's so fun. And just such a pretty color. Yeah. Had to get that one. So, yeah, those were like $2, $1. And then from e.l.f., they had some of the Glow Reviver lip oils on clearance. The glimmer ones, which are stunning. So pretty. I have a Crystal Bala, which I love. And yeah, they had these three. And I thought, ooh, those colors are gorgeous. So we've got Super Neutral. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh. And then we got Choco Luxe. That is stunning. Absolutely stunning. It's got so many colors going on in there. And then this one, Opalology Tour. Look at that. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. These retail for like $10, $9. $1. I paid $1. So I'm super excited about that. And then NYX Butter Glosses. I got two of the glimmery ones there. Or what they call them, blings. Ugh. So I got two of the bling ones and then one regular one. So in the regular one, we got Brownie Drip. Gorgeous. And then, where's your shade name, friend? Oh, it didn't have it on the bottom. Its sticker came off. Well, poo. I'll have to find online what shade this is, but oh, it is so pretty. It looks a little similar to that, but not quite. They're different. This is actually kind of similar to the City Beauty lip gloss that I love so much in color. And then I got this one called, oh no, your sticker fell off too. Well, I got this color, which they're close. It's a little warmer. Very pretty though. Those are a pretty formula. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that little find. I think I want to put on, this one has more purple reflect in it than this one does. This has more of a gold reflect. Which one would look good today? I don't know. We'll see. And I got two more of these from Maybelline. $2.50 is what I paid for them. Well, that's what the sticker says. I may have paid less. These are their Superstay Teddy Tints. So I've got the shades July Forever and Baby Tea. Cute names. Hey, that's in a Lana Del Rey song. Anyway, those are really cute. Very fun summer colors. And these you can also use as a blush, I believe. I believe you can use them as blushes. You can. I mean, I want to say they kind of marketed them that way too. But yeah, very pretty colors. Excited about that. These from CoverGirl. Aren't these like a new launch? Like, these aren't that old. Like, they just come out with these last year? Maybe year before last? Heck yeah. So I think these were just they're just clearing out because they were been sitting on the shelf for a minute, because I don't think these shades are discontinued. And these are so pretty. What a lovely formulation that they have here. So we've got the shade True Petal, very pretty. All these colors are beautiful. We've got Blooming Lilac, really nice. Expect swatch videos and shorts coming soon. River Plum, which I think I've used this one quite a bit already. It's such a nice shade. And Dreamy Pink. Oh, it matches the palette, Dreamy Pink. Cool. They have a eyeshadow palette, that name. And then we've got Iconic Ruby, which is a really pretty red. So, yeah, those, I bought each shade I found. What else? And then Makeup Revolution. Revolution Beauty lipsticks. These are their matte lipsticks. These, beautiful packaging. Like, this is a soft touch. Heavy packaging here. I don't know what these are called exactly, but we've got Berry Boss. I think that's supposed to look like a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. Like, look at that. The cut of it. It's the same as Charlotte. So, Berry Boss. These are like a powdery matte finish. Brunch Pink Nude. You could have just called it Pink Nude. We didn't need brunch on there. But the shape of the lipstick itself is the same as Charlotte Tilbury. Wifey Dusty Pink. Again, we didn't need to call it Wifey Dusty Pink. We just could have called it Dusty Pink. I don't like trendy words. Then we got CEO Brick Red. Just call it Brick Red. That's pretty. Love that kind of color. Love a brick red. And lastly, Divine Brown. That's a normal name. And very pretty. It's a nice brown shade. These are definitely going to make very nice blushes as well. You know, let's do a little bit of brick red. Can I see what that looks like a little bit on my lips? That might be a bit much for a doctor's appointment. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have a swatch video of those coming soon. Because, so pretty. And then Walgreens also was running a sale, buy one get one free, on Super Lustrous. So I did actually get 6. One is in my purse, and then I gave another one to my friend. So the one in my purse is, I can't think of the name. I'll get it later and show you. But I got Blushing Nude. So just kind of was filling in the gaps, the ones I was missing. Bare It All. Rose Wine. How pretty is Rose Wine? Spicy Cinnamon. Another one living in my purse that is a kind of neutral shade. Soft shade. I think I'm wearing a little bit of Rose Wine. I think that might be the shade for today. That's pretty. Very pretty. And I'm going to top it with, let's do this bling one from NYX. The Butter Gloss Bling. That's pretty. It's very thin gloss. But ooh, look how big that made my lips look. How full. Nice. I'm going to put that in my pocket for touch-ups. And last but not least, I got a flawless face brush from e.l.f. This is just one of the nice like powder brushes. I use it for blush, powder, kind of whatever. And then I got 3 nail polishes. I got 2 from Olive and June. So I got this really pretty like brown cream color. And then this kind of iridescent-y, cool, cold mauve-y shade. Really pretty. And then look at this gorgeous green from Essie. Kind of back into doing my nails. So, yeah, that's a lot of stuff. And that was mostly from Walmart on clearance. And I do have some stuff from Sephora coming today. I ordered my husband a cologne. And then while I was on the website, I had to get a couple things for myself. Because you know how you... Because I can't not. So, yeah. And then I have a new dry shampoo to show you as well. That just came in PR. I don't think what else did I have that I wanted to tell you about. So I got the texture spray from, this is a Tresemme like A-list collection. It's kind of like they're duping higher end stuff. Look, this is just as good as the Bumble and Bumble one that I love so much that cost like almost $50. This, more product, same effect. So good. So yeah, dupe alert. Hello. And I also picked up the workable hairspray. Really nice. But I think we got a decent face going for the day, as well as showed you all the stuff I've been meaning to show you for a minute. And it's about time for me to call my Uber to come get me. Hair's still a little damp in the back. Ooh. I should brush it. I should probably brush it. Yeah, I'm gonna run a hairbrush through. If I can get away with doing that without the cat deciding he needs his hair brushed also. Every time I'm in the bathroom and I brush my hair, he sees that hairbrush, he comes zooming to me because he loves getting brushed. He's like obsessed with it. So he doesn't know I have hairbrushes in here, but he sure knows where my tangle teaser is. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to leave the house and get on with my day. I'm a little nervous about the doctor's appointment. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why, but I'm not nervous. I'm just like, it's more, I think I'm just more nervous about the process of getting there. And I don't think it's not nervous. It's anxious because I have to do things. It's not anxious because of what it is. It's anxious of, I need to get there at a certain time. I need to do this, and walk and manage to do this by myself today. Because I'm totally on my own today, which is not usually the case. Like, I usually have somebody with me, or I don't usually go do these kind of things by myself. And yeah, I'm trying to get over that and teach myself a little more independence of like being able to do little things like this on my own. And get over like my fear of traveling and all of that by myself, and not letting my body hold me back. Because that's usually what it is that I'm just scared of back pain and getting stuck somewhere and not being able to walk. And I'm trying to work on embracing using the mobility aids that give me freedom and not hold me back. And seeing it that way. And that's not giving up. It's getting a new level of freedom that I didn't have before and haven't had. So, I'm trying to learn to quit being so hard-headed, I guess. So, anyway. Let's get to it.